Feels like the Giga Chad meme is starting to die. Not on my watch though. Let's go ahead and rank units based on their CHADNESS energy. It's probably a bad idea, but let's ignore the siege units. Archers. Being a ranged unit automatically kills your CHAD energy. That being said though, they feel average, they're not that soy or nerdy by any means. B tier. Engineer. It's literally a nerd, no need to think about it too hard. Nerd tier. Spearman. They look average, but weakness is the opposite of CHADNESS. Being one of the weakest units in the game drops you by a tier. C tier. Oil Engineer. Somehow carrying a huge boiling pot increases your CHADNESS energy. The way they fight isn't that CHAD though. But carrying heavy things makes you CHAD. Let's place it a tier higher than the normal engineer, it's still a nerd. Pikeman. Pikemen are pretty solid, they're tough and really hard to kill. Although it somehow makes me think they're too afraid of being hurt, so that's why they won't make it to the S tier. The dumb robot voice can't read this tier's name properly. Monkey. Unfortunately, they don't have any of the CHAD characteristics. They are also overweight. Let's put them at C tier, just because they can sometimes fight. Baldies. Pretty savage units. They cannot be tamed, and are always looking for a bloodbath. Pretty CHAD if you ask me. Crossbowman. Despite being a ranged unit, they still look really cool. Everybody is scared of them, they are the hardest hitting unit in the game. CHAD tier. Knight. They were supposed to be S tier, but unfortunately their laziness held them back. CHAD tier. Swordsman. Now these guys are the definition of Giga Chad. They are the most feared units in the game, and for a good reason. Our first Giga Chad. Ladderman. What am I supposed to rate exactly? Wow. Straight to the bottom, nobody likes you. Tunnelers. No CHAD energy, nobody is intimidated by them. Even a monkey can beat him. Sorry tunnelers. Arabian Bow. Their outfit looks too cool. They could be a solid contender for Giga Chad tier if they weren't ranged units. CHAD is good enough. Slave. I'm sorry but that name alone is the most soy thing I've ever heard. The weakest units in the game, and this is how they fight. Bottom of the barrel. Slingers. This is too hard for me to decide, they barely emit any energy. They're neither soy nor CHAD. Average. Assassins. Everybody loves them. I would get killed if I don't put them up here. Horse archers. While they are strong, their style is really soy. Not only they're ranged units, they're also lazy and use horses, and they are always running away. C tier is way too generous. Arabian swordsman. Now of course they're not as strong as swordsmen. But they still kept their CHAD energy. They are still fine warriors and fight with passion, and on top of that I really like their design. I think it's unfair to not put them at S. Fire throwers. The absolute definition of insecurity. They have to be on top of the walls. And use dirty weapons to burn their enemies. Not honorable at all. Nothing can bring you to C tier, you're a soy boy. And speaking of which, might as well put the Lord in here as well. He is cowardly and never leaves his house. Go touch some grass bro. And that's the end. Here's the final list, feel free to make your own through the link in the description. Thanks for watching.